Yes, sir. We in the game. But yes, we definitely need sponsors.
Always.
Always and always. All right, let me turn this.
What do I have around here to get some
I'm about to say,
sponsors?
get us one.
I got a HEB notebook. Here, everything's
HEB.
better.
Yeah.
You know, Texas is very own. We need that. We got iPhones.
We got
Apple.
iPhones.
We taking sponsors.
Taking
We need
sponsors.
iPhone. I mean, we need an app. iPhone. Come on.
We're gonna take that link right there, fellas. Drop that off on our friends and family members. Let them tap into the frequency. All right. Talking about a little bit about knowledge of achievement. Sorry, knowledge instead of achievement, and doing what makes sense to us.
All right, let's get it.
All right, bet. So we good, fellas?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome back to the BLI podcast. It's your boy K Sloan with the homies.
With the homies. You know what I'm saying? Jay Jones. Eating some pound cake real quick.
Eat some pound cake. Got a little pound cake.
And your boy Nate G.
In the flesh, he rocking that light work on the chest though. That gold in the middle, but I got you.
Finally.
Shirt.
Finally.
Yeah, we had.
I finally got called up to the varsity squad.
Hey man, you got a jersey now, man. So we
got the Letterman.
Yeah, got the Lettermans. Yeah, got the Lettermans, man. It's crazy because that little situation with them t-shirts. We looking for a t-shirt vendor. Anybody that makes t-shirts, we would love to have a sponsor for a great t-shirt vendor that can we trying to be able to get the people, light work, get them all set up with some gear, man. So I ain't trying to
that boy Louis Strutter, LS Graphics.
I'm about to say Sweet Louis.
Yeah, put us in the game with him, man. Let's connect because we need to have everybody, in uniform, dog. We need to be the light leaders. We need to be out here. Yeah, correct, bro. What you mean? We need to be out here. Now you good, bro. You rocking UT. That's your. Yeah, we need a sponsorship too. We talked about that a minute ago, man. We need a sponsorship too.
Hook 'em for life.
Yeah, but what y'all boys got going on, man? Before we tap into these topics and get these people these light gems, what y'all got going today, this week? What's been good?
Man, we've been chilling. Really nothing, really. Work, and then this weekend I ain't did nothing. I went out to eat one time.
Bro, are you eating cornbread? Are you eating cornbread?
No, pound cake for real.
I thought you was eating cornbread. What's that? Bon appetit. There we go. Bon appetit.
But I've been laying low, man. They said that Omarion out there.
So Omarion is out there.
A couple people at my job, like 4 people caught it last week. It's out there, man. So do what you can do.
At this point, you wondering, can you stop it? You know what I'm saying? Can you stop yourself from contracting the virus? You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think I know too many people that have not either gotten it or had somebody closer than that has it. So I don't know. I mean, as far as I know, Jarrell, you ain't got it yet, huh?
No.
Nate, you ain't got it either.
I've been ducking it, man.
Man, you been ducking. COVID got me, man. COVID got me, and that put me out about 2 months ago, bro. That was wild. And I know, like DeMarcus said, he got it, and I had some family members that got it recently. It's like, they say
so many different stories on it, man.
Like what?
How people are being affected by it. Like I have a client who has I guess what they call long COVID. She done dealt with a lot. Like even like she walk in from the parking lot sometimes, and it's like you're not just a super out of shape person, and she breathing hard. Like, ooh, let me slow down, catch my breath for a second. I got people who bounce back real quick. Like my grandma, a breast cancer survivor, and she was like, I was like having a cold for a couple of days. So I see it on both sides, but stay safe.
Stay safe,
man.
That's all you can do.
Stay prayed up.
The thing healthy. They say about the Omicron, they say it's not as deadly as the other one. So they say it's more just like the flu. You'll catch it, it'll go away. It ain't knocking people out, knocking them, So. But
be
still,
feeling
stay
like
safe, man.
I be feeling like, bro, that I work in the school system, so like the thing we be saying around there is like, once somebody gets something, everybody get in the school system. So there's no way, like I haven't come into contact with it like a million times, bro. So I'll be like, man, like I'm just relying on herd immunity at this point, bro. Like we it's like what I'm supposed to do, man.
A double yardstick, you like y'all stay this far away from me, don't come around my building.
Yeah.
That's 6 feet. That's it.
The 6 feet. Hey, hold up. Give me 50. Nah, they be wanting to dap you up and stuff. They be like, hey, what's going on, Mr. Sloan? I'll be like, oh, I hit that little elbow. You gotta hit the elbow, the tip. But
elbows.
Yeah, but hey, like I was telling my daughter though, at the end of the day, we gotta make sure we take care of ourselves though. You gotta put your, mask on first. So
True.
But
and try to take your vitamins and elderberry and sea moss and stuff like that. So just keep that immune system going, and we be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna get through this like we got through all the other ones.
Y'all taking supplements right now? Y'all on the supplements game?
So not as many as I should, but
so let's highlight that real quick before we get to the topics, because I think it's important that people know, because we all have backgrounds in kinesiology and understanding the body and what we need to be doing for our health because of our, focuses in education. So like, I'm gonna start with Nate. Just tell us one thing that you're taking right now that you feel like is kind of helping you with this immunity game.
Elderberry, and it's vitamin C with rose hip in it. Okay. And then we have coffee. I'm looking at all of them right here. We got like 5 bottles sitting on the counter right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then Jarrell, what you got going over there with the
like supplements? I said, I do the elderberry too, but I do sea moss.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Game changer.
But I also take multivitamins. Like I said, I've been doing ashwagandha, my Goji ashwagandha. That I have Goji, the super brain foods. It's a lot of stuff that the body needs in one. So
yeah, and then I put you on the ashwagandha. That's the best vitamin for mood regulation, is what they say.
I be mood, bro.
Yeah,
I be
mood
feeling
regulation.
Like Nate.
Yeah. Feel like Nate G. You feel like Nate G. And you know what? It puts you in that serene, that's mellow, like it mellow you out on a natural tip. And then chlorella, that's another one to put you on real quick. Now, if you find chlorella or spirulina, those are good ones. And then the one my staple, bro, is like I got a multivitamin and I do the fish oil. Fish oil, I'm always gonna take fish oil to the day I die, bro, because fish oil is good for your brain health, it's good for your eyesight, and then it's also just, it just helps everything as far as like your stomach, it regulate your heart health. It just does so much good stuff. Yeah, it does a lot of good stuff. So
can I take this as a second to give a shout out to Styles P and Jadakiss for what they're doing with the, what is it, Pharmacy for Life, I think.
What is that?
What they call is the locks. It's the rappers that we grew up with, but they actually then kind of transitioned into like the juice game to the natural supplement game. So I want to say that's what it's called, Pharmacy for Life. I follow them on Instagram, but just really trying to get that information out to our community, man, where they're really promoting these things, a lot of things that we don't always think about,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Something we might need to do.
Nah, facts. No, we already been talking about that. And that's, the supplements are big. They always say natural is better though, right? You know what I'm saying? To get it from your diet is really the best way to go about that. And if you don't know where to start with water. You know what I'm saying? Start with at least 8 glasses of water a day on a basic level with an 8 fluid ounces, 12 fluid ounces. So 12 fluid ounces, 8 glasses, you start drinking that, and then that'll jumpstart your nutrition, tenfold, just that alone. Having a drink of water, clean you out. Well, and we're gonna have some. You know what? I'm gonna shout them out though. The app I sent y'all. So there's an app that it's called the Fabulous app. Pause. And what the Fabulous app is a daily planner that pretty much helps you guide through your diet, helps you guide through your sleep, it helps you guide through anything that you want to. Let me look at mine right now. Let's say. You got your morning routine, your afternoon routine, your evening routine, and to make sure that whatever you want to set up through the app, you can even do workouts through the app. It's really good for meditation. I love what it's doing because it's similar to what we talked about on IG the other day. which is trying to be able to help the people with a plan, because you want to have a plan. So you're doing prevention versus, actually in the problem, trying to fix the problem. Like once you got high cholesterol or you got diabetes, it's too late. So, we want to work on prevention more than anything. But Nate, you found what you was looking for over there on that?
Yeah. It's Pharmacy for Life.
Pharmacy for Life.
I don't know if y'all can, I can't see this looking at the camera.
That's bright.
Yeah.
Bright.
The LED crazy over there.
So check them out, pharmacyforlife.com.
Pharmacy for Life. Shout out to them. Get us a sponsor. We're gonna go ahead and shoot them this.
I'm about to say, Styles, if you hear this, definitely looking for some connection, bro.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Jadakiss.
Yeah, we for the people too, man. Get us with a sponsor. But man, let's dive in though. So we had a couple of topics we was talking about, pretty much all revolving around a game mindset, getting more from our lives. And then all these brothers on this call, including myself, we done a lot. We continue to try to do a lot, and we love to learn. So we just want to kind of dive into this and get into our mindsets behind it. So number one is we want to talk about the knowledge, gaining knowledge instead of achievement, right? So I think of this like in regards to like, the different places we've gone in life, because life takes us a lot of different areas. And sometimes I think we tend to look at the accolades, we look at the compensation, we look at what we are going to gain from a situation as far as like an external deal. But like when you talking about that knowledge that you gain from your experiences, bro, like what is y'all's mindset on like the importance of being in a situation and actually being able to pull something you can learn from? Because y'all know that we could be in situations that are terrible for us and they could be more beneficial than the ones that were good for us because we learn more. So can y'all got any situations where that, you could elaborate on what that looked like for you or, kind of your mindset behind that? So either one of y'all, and I'll kind of piggyback off that.
I don't really just have anything off the top of my head as far as a real situation, but I kind of would relate that to the business side of things, right? Like, so just everything I've been doing with the nonprofit is all knowledge, right? Like we had a few small achievements here and there, but everything is just really a learning process. So I can now say, I know what to do. I know what I did wrong. I know how I can make this better. And that's really how you get better, right? You got to go through some learning experiences. You got to make a few mistakes. So kind of getting that knowledge and not necessarily just saying that it's going to be that you fail, but maybe coming up a little bit short, not getting the exact achievement or the outcome that you wanted. Now you have something to kind of refer back to and look at your process, figure out, okay, did I miss stuff here? Did I do something wrong? Like even for me, it was something pretty small, but just it's like kind of a personal knowledge for me. I know that I need to be better at putting things on the calendar or actually having something that's going to remind me when things are coming up. We which I probably should have told you this too, Jarrell, you are treasurer, but we missed one of our filing dates for our taxes, or I didn't file something the proper way when I was doing our setup, and everything worked out just fine. Like we talked to them, they actually gave us a little refund on what we were supposed to, like I paid for a late filing fee and everything. But just going through that made me say, oh, okay, I need to be aware of this, and that. This is the first time doing it. So I didn't achieve getting everything done properly, but I did learn this is where I'm lacking a little bit personally, so I can kind of go on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like you said, the business thing, Nate, my brother and I with the vending machines, we have a place. We started off at a place. It was our first place. And we put it in their break room, which only the employees can use it. And we kind of learning now that, it's cool to have it in somebody's break room, but you want as much traffic as you can get. So we're kind of figuring out that we don't want to do break rooms right now, unless it's like a business with 100 and something employees. But this business probably, let's say 50, 60 employees. It's making money, but it's not making what we, want, what we expected. So, like you said, we kind of bumped our head, but we learned from it. And it's not really a loss. It's just more of a learn. We're like, oh, next time we know before we go into the, the business part, the situation, we're gonna really scope out what they're doing, how many people gonna actually use it. But it was our first account, so we were just like, hey, let's do it, So with that, and then DeMarcus, he texted one in. We all been through this, but you learn more in football when you lose. You watch the film harder. You see what you did wrong. You like if you turn over the ball, you work on turnover prevention drills next week.
Yep.
So when you win, sometimes it's kind of like you just celebrate, you turn up that week. You play the next game. When you lose, it almost makes you focus more. It's like, man, why did we lose? Even if the team, if the team was better than you, you try to get better and beat them. If the team was worse than you and you lost to them, it breaks your heart. So you actually go into next week focused.
Right. And I think to me, like with this knowledge versus achievement tip too, it's like it changes your focus on what you're doing. Like it changes your intention on the things you do, because you don't take certain opportunities because you're looking more so for the education part of it than you're looking for the achievement, because there's certain things, like there's certain things we've done as far as with the podcast. Like I feel like I've learned from with you guys, and just kind of like, I mean, when Jay Jones and I first started doing the podcast, bro, we were having everybody that, we we had everybody we knew in the podcast, Nate, and it was cool. And but then what I was learning personally was that everybody's not really trying to be that light at this moment. So we would get people that would come onto the platform, and they would be kind of spreading a little bit of negativity. And it was like, bro, that's not the mission. That's not why we came on this podcast. We started this to be able to, shine a light and be able to like lift people out of dark places. So it's like, okay, if you're not ready, you're not really, giving us that energy, we can't bring you on, which is why we kind of made a decision to start doing this more so with Nate and with DeMarcus, because it's like, okay, bet we got good energy with this vibe, this group, we could share it. So it's just like, we were networking and stuff like that, but it wasn't organic. And I mean, learning is big, bro. Like we got to learn things. Like I think it's important to figure out how the situation works for you. I guess, how does this situation benefit me? And if it doesn't look like it does, then I need to be learning enough information from that situation to take myself out of it. You know what I mean? Get ourselves out of it and then redirect quickly. Like not take too long to do it, but really like see it as a loss or see it as a not beneficial situation. Let's redirect. Like let's move around. Let's steer the ship somewhere else. Because if we keep going that way because of maybe pseudo achievements, like stuff that looks like wins, then that's where people start getting that ego involved. You know what I'm saying? Some people always got to be right. They always need reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about with that knowledge versus the achievement. So, what is that on your neck? Where you get that from? Hey, that's a little small. Look at that back.
That is the face of a concerned parent.
Yeah, like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, where'd she get that from? Anyway, yeah, so Cadence went ahead and made a little guest appearance. She like to do that. Yeah, but we learning though. But you know what I'm saying? Switching up though a little bit, going into like what we talking about, the deficiency motivation though. Because Nate said he liked the way this was put. So deficiency motivation and how that equals like what I am, I don't like, right? Always trying to get somewhere else and always wanting more. So I guess we can start with you, Nate. Like, what did that mean to you? What was you thinking about that?
I mean, really, it's like what you said. What I am, I don't like. Either I don't like the situation that I'm in. I don't like maybe the kind of person that I am. Whatever you want to put on it. It's once you identify, I guess, a negative disposition in yourself, it's probably a goal to change it, right? Like we just came off of New Year's. So everybody said, man, I don't like that. I'm 15 pounds overweight. So I'm finna hit the gym. I'm gonna change my diet. Cool. I don't like that I don't make enough money. So I'm gonna get a better job. It's all of those things. I think it's just really, it's your driving force. That's kind of really what kind of stuck out to me on that one. If I love everything about myself, if I'm comfortable where I am, I'm not really gonna change it. That's not my focus. It's about maintaining that. So when you're looking at everything that you don't like, that you want to change, now you have something that actually motivates you to get better, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's just real.
Yeah.
And I think even when we're little kids, we always asked why. Our parents said something, you'd be like, you had that why,
Yeah.
Everybody needs that why. So I think, like you said, Nate, that why am I going to I went to the gym yesterday and it was packed. But like you said, it's New Year's. Everybody's New Year's resolution is probably losing 10, 15 pounds. So everybody's why at the beginning of the year seems like it's like, this is why I'm doing this, but they lose that why by the time March comes. Mm-hmm. So I think everybody needs to keep that, why am I doing this? Keep that motivation, that think about it, write it down. Like I always say, make sure that why you think about it every day. This is why I'm doing this, because that's gonna keep you motivated, you know. So
Yeah, because the end of the year confronts people with the stuff you ain't been doing. I think that's, to me, that's where that why is built in, bro. It's like once the end of the year comes, then now it's in your face what you did this year to your body. Like you gained 15 pounds this year. It's like we're at the end now. It's like, dang, like I gained a lot of weight. Or man, I had a lady at the beginning of the year, and now I've been single since, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it got a marker. And maybe it's that we're not building in enough markers in our lives to whereas we can see our progress. You know what I'm saying? What's not accounted is it can go out of whack. You know, there's a dude I was listening to. He said you gotta like in business, you gotta know your numbers to grow your numbers. I think shout out to CEO CEO Matty J, that's his name. But and then I thought about that. I was like, man, so it's accountability is what really ends up creating a why for a lot of people, because you can have a facade that, oh, things are always, you know, I'm all right, I'm doing pretty good, like, you know, or it's the summertime, I got some time to chill, like, you know, once the summer over with, I'm gonna get back on the horse, and then you really don't notice how much you're not living up to your expectations. Like your expectations are being altered because of the time of year that you're in, which is the same with people that go New Year's resolutions and want to turn up and be in the gym and pack it out. It's like y'all gonna be gone about February and get it right back to where we used to have it. Like, so get off the, you know, you all people be hovering around the lat press. It's like, bro, y'all don't even know what you're doing with it. Like chill out. Like get out the way. Get out the way, cuz.
But Kerry, like you said, at the end of the year, everybody, you know how you reflect back, like, man, what did I think that's when it punches us in the face. It's like, man, it's December 30th. What the hell did I do this year? And it's like, you start thinking about it, and that's why you start off January just like, no, I'm better this year.
I'm better.
Like by February, by March, it's like, I'm good, man. I ain't fat, or
I'm fat, but I'm not fat. Like I'm not like too fat.
I look better than most other people at my age, you know.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I can eat this pound cake like Jarrell just did, you know. So like,
like Jarrell just did. Yeah, real talk.
Did y'all see what DeMarcus just sent?
Yeah.
That question. That was a good question, D. Do we actually need motivation to provoke action? Absolutely. Everything in life is a motivational force, bro. Literally everything, even on like the super most basic intrinsic level, it's motivational. Your motivation is to stay alive, to seek shelter, to feed yourself, to, you know, feel safe, all of that. That's just your natural base mindset, right? That you come out with. So you're motivated to do certain things always. Like we talking about getting into the gym. I want to look better. Maybe I feel like I can't get the girl that I want because I don't look a certain way, right? So I'm going to get a little bigger in the gym. I'm going to, you know, cut back in the gym, whatever it is. I need to make more money so I can live the lifestyle that I want. Everything has its motivations. It's just, I would say, do we stick with those motivations, right? Like what you're saying, when you look back at the end of the year and say, man, what did I really do? You kind of let the motivations go by the wayside, or you rationalize yourself out of it. Kind of like what you were saying. Oh, I ain't doing that bad. I ain't got a girl. She ain't, you know, ain't what I want.
But look,
you know, cool.
But even like I always said, and DeMarcus told me this: if it was just all men on this earth, no women, how motivated would we be? Would we just wake up, play the game, brush our teeth, and then stay in the same clothes? Like women motivate us to do better. Like you just said, getting into the gym, eating better, making money. Man, if it was just dudes on this earth, we'd all work at McDonald's. It's like, man, I'm eating every day. I got a bed in my apartment. We wouldn't be motivated to, you know. Well, I would hope we would, but like I said, I think a lot of
you
women,
right.
It would be
we
very sad, terrible.
But I'm just saying, I think women motivate us to do better. Like we want to get a better job, better lifestyle, to take care of our families. You know, because I mean, to have a family, you need a woman. So, well, hopefully you stay with the family. But yeah, like I was saying, I think women they motivate us, man. So DeMarcus used to always say, if it was just a whole bunch of men on this earth, we'd just be chilling. Like we wouldn't be motivated. So
and
DeMarcus,
chilling and fighting all day.
And when bro, I feel like with that motivation piece, like, you know, I agree. We do need motivation. I feel like motivation is like a cloud, right? It like surrounds you. So the things that motivate you are usually multiple things. It's not going to be one thing that motivates you to do things. It'll be like a cloud of things. And when you kind of centralize your motivation on one thing, then when you lose that one thing, you have no motivation. So I feel like that's something that we should kind of continue to look at. And then like with the actions, like I think there's some people that just do things just to do things. Like I think some people just take actions in certain areas because they want to be busy. And maybe their motivation is to stay busy, which could be the wrong thing to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe staying busy might be putting you in a space where you don't want to be. So it might be taking you somewhere that you're not really trying to go. I think it's important to have intentions, especially when you're somebody that's, got something going for yourself. Specifically, I mean, we all have gifts, right? So if you know you got a gift, you want to make sure your gift is being used the proper way, in the efficient way, bro. Like we are motivated by something. Like don't think you just somebody just, oh, I lack motivation. No, you don't. You just not doing things that are working towards your intention. Like you don't have any intention for the things you do. That's why you sleep all day. You sleeping all day because you think you're tired, but you're not tired. You don't have nothing to do. Like it's like you're depressed. Yeah, you're depressing yourself because you have no goal. Like you ain't got no lady, you ain't got no man, you ain't got no job, you ain't got no education, you ain't got no trade, you don't have any kids, so you think you can sleep all day. So now
find your purpose, or you wasting air.
Wasting air without a vision. You're taking valuable air from the rest of us. Oh man, J. Joe, he taking a page out your book, Nate. That was your quote.
I love that.
He classic, like that's a good one. Touche.
I got that from a Nipsey song.
Is that Nip?
Yes,
Nah,
Nip.
man, you gotta have something you going after, dog. Wasting air. The most, yeah. I mean, bro, we gotta have something we going towards. So with that idea right there, let's kind of switch gears then. So moving on to what's the importance you guys think, I mean, maybe we can share our experiences as well, same situation, and being flexible and being willing to change, kind of like being able to handle odd things. And like when I think about this, I think about like, the idea behind like professions we have, like jobs we work, like anything you do. Just I think it's the saddest thing in the world to see somebody totally identify themselves with one thing that they do. Like I think that's terrible, bro. Like it's like, how can you do this one thing that's, maybe it's your cash cow or whatever, and just feel like that's you. Like that's the only thing that's you, and not ever recognize the fact that you still are an artist. Like you still are a great father. Like you still are like your other things. There's a multitude of things that you are, but you take everything and this is how I see it. You take everything and you say, this is me. And it makes you unwilling to change. I think that makes you less flexible as a person, because when people take you out of your little environment, then you flapping. Like you like, man, like I feel stressed. Like I don't know. I need my routine back. I need this, I need that. But I think you're not multifaceted enough. So what y'all think about, just again, being flexible and being willing to change?
I think being flexible, period. I mean, like if I wake up and I walk outside and my tires are flat, me cussing and kicking my car ain't gonna fix it. I think being flexible in life, period. Like just anything you go through, you're gonna have to. It's not gonna go the way you. Well, some things will, but most things won't go the way you plan. So you have to find a way to be multifaceted. Like you said, to have like, oh, if this happens, I can do this. It's not one way to do anything. It's not one way to make $1 million. So don't be so stuck in your ways that you think this way, this is what I do, this is the only thing I can do, because you're putting yourself in a box. And then you're really hurting yourself, because there's more opportunities that you can have if you can be like you said, be more flexible. Being flexible helps build relationships. It helps you network. Helps you find what else you're good at. And then, like you said, if I had a business, why not start? If I have a business that's successful, why can't I start another business?
Right.
Make more money, help more people.
Or rebrand what you already created.
Something like that. So I just think like being flexible in life, period. Not just at your job, just anything you're going through, you're gonna have to be flexible, because it's not gonna go the way you think it is. And I mean, trusting God, you should know, like, hey, if I'm going through this storm, go through it, get through it, find a way out of it. That's being flexible too. So
if you're too rigid, you go break, man. That's it. Like I think that's exactly it. If one of the main constants in life is change, you got to be able to change. You got to be able to adapt. But you never know what kind of situations you're gonna get put in. Same way, a couple of months ago, I said, "Hey, you can't be in the boardroom with some bricks, right?" But
Mhm.
you got to be able to change that mindset. You never know what kind of opportunity you'll get. Somebody might come to you and say, man, you the person for this job. You who I want to mold into this job. But if you can't leave the street mentality alone, you go lose out on that opportunity. If you can't figure out how to adapt, life will pass you by, man. That's really as simple as it gets. So I
Facts.
think that's everything.
The real power on this earth is options. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I think that's the real power on this earth is the ability to have options. That's why when they take a man or a woman and they put them behind bars and they take away their options, that's why you feel so powerless when you're in a situation like an incarcerated experience, because it's like you don't have any options. Somebody's telling you when to eat, sleep, and you know what I mean. So it's like you don't know how to take control like you can when you have the freedom, or like you know what I'm saying, when you are seeing things and you have like your mind wrapped around like an idea of how you want things to go in your relationship or whatever, and then now you're the other person on the other side, the counterpart, they saying, well, I don't like that, like I'm not really into that, and y'all said y'all a team, so it's up to you to be flexible enough to take some of your thoughts out and let some of theirs come in and fill the space so that y'all can build a better situation for the both of y'all or for all of y'all if there's multiple people. So it's like, I think that's something that, I mean, you gotta be like water, bro. You gotta be able to flow out here. Like you gotta be able to flow out here. And I know specifically for us when dealing with people younger than us, it's hard for us to be able to let them be themselves because we see how things should be. Like we see how things have gone. We could tend to be a little more rigid, like Nate was talking about, because we've had experience. But as somebody that's older dealing with a younger person, specifically, I'm talking to everybody that maybe maybe a little older than us. Like you have to be aware that the younger generation does have their own individual power, and you gotta let them be expressive within that and be accepting enough to like take some of your thoughts out, let some of theirs come in, so y'all can work together, because you missing out opportunities, bro. Like Cass is making millions and millions of dollars off of like animated apes, bro. Like don't get to TikTok, bro. Like you got some people that could really blow you up if you really take your ego out the situation and let them, give you a little bit of game. So,
Even
that's
that
just a little
though
tidbit.
that's a testament to how flexibility has changed the world. Looking from where we came from really our parents, right? And the very limited technology that they had to what technology is now. People had to be flexible. If everybody was like, nah, I can't never learn how to use a computer, I don't want to do that, this and that, we would still be stuck living the same way we was, right? Technology is like the best thing in the world. We can do so much with the computers, with the phones and things that we have now. You can automate your whole house, all of this stuff, right? That's because somebody was flexible and said it's a different way. If the only way that we knew how to cook was you got to go in the backyard and build a fire and then rotate some meat over a fire, I wouldn't be looking at my air fryer right now.
Bro, I'll
Right.
probably be eating like twice a week. I'll be cooking twice a week, probably.
Bro,
Maybe
what?
once.
If
Yeah.
I
I'd be
had
a
to go out on
farmer.
the hunt, nah,
There would
I
be
tell you,
one
I'd be a
person.
farmer.
You know what it would be, bro? It'd be a couple of cats in the city that would do it, and I feel like everybody else would go to them people.
Hey,
And they would
you got some, hey, what you got over there?
you got that meat over there? You got some ground
You got
beef.
some
them
I
three
need
ground beef.
dudes
that.
who
I
knew how
need
to
that.
barbecue would be trillionaires,
Man,
bro.
they be breaded up. But absolutely. So I think we rolling. And what D Money got in here? What are you talking about?
They tell us to be good at one. Society told us to be good at one thing: shut up and dribble. While owners have multiple businesses. So he's
Owners have
saying
multiple
basically they told
businesses.
us as in black people, we just athletes, we're just entertainers, but they have multiple businesses and they telling us we only do one thing. So
Yeah, I mean
that's black man.
yeah, that's that whole like pigeonhole. Let me keep you here so I can see you, and you ain't doing too many things. And that's I mean, bro, like that you know how it go. You know how it go. But we can't be contained though. We are beings that are what I'm saying, we rhythmic people. We got a lot of creativity going. I was telling somebody about this earlier today. Like, bro, like it really comes down to how we see ourselves at the end of the day. That's all that matters. Like being flexible is being able to see yourself as your whole self and not just as what somebody says you are because of what they paid you to be. Period.
That's
Like,
real.
because money could rule the world. It could if you make money your God though. Like if you make money your God, then yeah, money is gonna rule you because it's gonna always tell you to shut up. and dribble is always going to tell you to go make sure don't start another business. Just do this one. Do what I told you to do because I gave you 50,000 to start this business. So don't do nothing outside of what I was telling you to do.
No risk taking. And all the people that take risks are billionaires.
Man, fear. Hold up real quick, y'all. I got to shut the door. Yeah, fear.
You gotta who? You gotta take the door.
But like DeMarcus said too, flexibility is growth, right? Like there's look at a plant outside, right? You can put concrete wall up, and if the plant growing, the plant gonna grow. It's gonna find a way to be flexible on up that wall. It's gonna grow over the wall. You got to be flexible in order to keep moving, man. Like, that's the only way to survive.
Yep, it's a producer mindset. It's a producer mindset. You can produce anything that you really truly believe in, and the things that you produce they're not final. You can always do more. You can always do better. And then when looking at that, learning to enjoy everything is the last topic we had on here. Just being able to find a way of thinking. So like, how are you guys going about like seeing, I guess, the joy, the love in life, man? What's spurring your constant curiosity for finding out new things, like your constant want to be a better person? Because I think without that, like what DeMarcus say?
Talking about he gone.
Oh, he gone. What's spurring that for y'all, man? Like, cause I think for me, like it's like, being positive. Like I was talking to one of my family members. They had got on my head about, I don't think I told y'all about this, but they got on my head about, not my head. They said it around me. They know I got the positive podcast thing going and all that. And it was like, some people are always positive, and they try to sell this happy mindset, like everything's good and like, you always joyful, when that's not reality. Like sometimes life sucks and all that stuff. And I'm like, like that's true. I mean, that's not false statement. Like life does kick your butt at times. But I think what's more important to me is the fact that what am I doing with the times when I'm getting my butt kicked? Like how am I responding to things like choices? You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about earlier with options. Like I enjoy having choices. I enjoy forks in the road. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy that moment when, you know what I'm saying? Like Robert Frost, the road not taken. I'm standing there and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go this way or this way. And it might change my life. Like I enjoy that moment because it reveals to myself, like, who am I? Like, who am I really? Because I don't never know until that moment. And then that brings me like that high feeling, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing that I'm making life decisions, like I'm really out here doing something. So what about y'all? Like what kind of things are y'all doing to being able to enjoy stuff, bro? Like what, like being in that place?
I always said, I read this a long time ago, but they say happy people count their blessings, and then angry people add up their trouble.
Yeah.
So they don't even see their blessings. So waking up in the morning is a blessing. Waking up is a blessing. When you open your eyes, you can get up and walk out of the bed, go brush your teeth. That's a blessing. There's so many people out here that's not waking up. There's so many people out here that's hurt, that's paralyzed, and they still wake up and they're happy, just because they woke up. So I always say, when you wake up in the morning, man, you should thank God, be happy, and then just do your best. I mean, like you said, it's gonna be forks in the road. It's gonna be things that happen. But if you do your best, that should make you happy. If I come home and I can say, hey, I did my best today. When I leave my job and get in my car and I say, I did my best. If somebody goes out there and hurts themselves, because I deal with people with mental health, I have to deal with that, but I have to say, well, I did my best. When they called me, I came, I helped, I called the police, I got them what they needed. If something happens after that, it sucks, but I have to say, hey, I did my best. So like I say, man, just wake up, try to count your blessings, man. Wake up and say, man, look at this apartment I'm living in. Look at my car. When I turn my key, my car runs. My tire's not flat. It's so many blessings we have every day. So just try to find the blessings in the day, the happiness, the good stuff. So
it's about how you frame things. It's a book I'm reading right now, and shout out to the wife for making me read this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And one of the
I heard about that book.
This is a pretty good book, bro. I'm probably about halfway through it right now. It's a really good book. And one of the biggest things that I heard him say in there is how you frame your daily events, right? He used the example of I have to go to work versus I get to go to work. I have to feed my family. I have to cook dinner for my family, or I get to feed my family, right? I think that's so real because when you do change those frame of minds, like even before I read the book, I would try to always tell myself that about going to work. It's just like anybody else. I hate going to work, bro. It's not even about the job that I have. It's about I do not want to physically have to go to work to make money. I wish I just
Right.
had a stockpile of cash and I was good,
Yeah.
right? But I get an opportunity to go and make money, to go and, better life each day, whatever it's gonna be. It's some people in the world who don't get that opportunity. It's some people who, whether it's because of our educational differences, because of our personality, work ethics, whatever it's gonna be, they don't get the opportunity to make the same amount of money that I can, right?
Mhm.
So look at it for the benefit that it's bringing to you. Look at it for, I guess, the doors that it could open to you, and just reframe your mind on a lot of things. Really, like you said, like it's people who paralyze. We always can say that comparison is the thief of joy, but really is what you're comparing yourself to. If I compare myself to Bill Gates every day, like, yeah, like, bro, I'm broke. Like, life ain't that great. But if I compare myself to, you're not knocking anyone who's on the street, right? For whatever reason there. But if I can look and say, dang, I'm not living on the street. I'm living in a 3-bedroom house that I own, right? It's a whole nother mind switch, right? So you got to make the right comparisons, and you have to be realistic about the little things. Although a lot of it is very mundane and it's some things that you have to do, it's a chance that you get, right?
Right. And
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a chance. Like I say, even the people that are paralyzed and people that don't have the limbs. I see people. I saw somebody on TV like climbing mountains and this stuff without legs. They don't quit, and that's the thing, man. Somebody calling me. Hold on, decline. But yeah, just
They try to stop the light, bro. They try to stop the light. They can't do that.
but yeah,
They can't do
don't
that.
quit, man. Hey, like DeMarcus said, the blessing doesn't stop. When you wake up, that's a blessing. Keep it moving, keep it going. What's up?
Nah, Cadis made me a smoothie, but go
I
ahead.
know.
How was she
Nate,
climbing the mountain?
she had like little roller. Oh my gosh,
What happened?
she
I'm
had like little.
I'm
She
amazed.
had like little fake, like they made her some limbs or whatever. But she climbed,
Okay, she had some prosthetics. Okay, because I was like, is it just like
no. And
dangling
then I
or
saw another one. She
pushing
had
with the
like they
nub?
put her on like a little roller thing, and she like just used her arms. I should have known you would ask, but curiosity, I get it.
Curiosity. He wanted to
I
know.
just wanted to know.
He wanted to
From an
know,
academic standpoint, I appreciate the adapters of that. All right, that's what we gonna say.
bro. I'm looking at DeMarcus in the group text. He said a blessing keeps going, it doesn't stop. And I think that's something that's also big on this whole topic of joy too, is because like when you going after things, I think it's hard to be negative when you're in motion. It's really hard because you don't have time to think about being negative. So it's almost like you always have like the next best thing is a possibility because you're in motion. You know what I'm saying? Like the next best thing could still come. And I think that's something that it gives me joy to know that, even in my interactions with people, bro, like I could be the next best thing for them because I'm in emotion. And then I could also have the next best thing for myself come because I'm in motion. Like I'm doing things. Well, versus like stopping myself and being content and staying in the same spot. Like, bro, that's why I think sometimes I get ahead of myself when it comes to life choices because I'll be like, man, I want to do this, this, and this. And I know that it feels good to be in motion. Like I don't know a lot sometimes. Like sometimes I lack the knowledge or the information or the experience, but I know if I keep going, things will get better. So let's just keep going. Let's keep figuring it out. Like we just talked about the app developer that's talking about we're gonna need 6 bands. Like, no, let's just keep moving. It's like let's figure it out. Or you know what I'm saying? Maybe we come up with 6 bands together, whatever. But either way, like we gotta stay in motion because you sit there and then you dwell on things and you sitting there like the drill said, you count your curses or you count your
add up your
troubles.
trouble. You
Add
count your
up your
blessings or you add up your trouble.
You count your blessings, you add up your trouble. You adding up your trouble, it's like, man, you can really sit there all day and count things that are going against you. Like, it's really, I don't care who you are. You probably got more things going against you than anybody. But I think the interesting thing is when you get into like biographies and autobiographies, and if you really start to study people that do great things, you will see they have a track list of terrible things that are much worse than you. because I think that bad things actually power people to do more great things than anything else. It's like when you get put against a rock and a hard place and you ain't got nowhere to go but up, it's almost like it squeezes you out. Like it's like the shaking up a bottle. It's like just you gotta go out, you gotta go up. So instead of being in those terrible situations, maybe we should try to create, hey, this is going to happen situations no matter what in our life, organically, naturally, whatever you want to say. Like try to make that create those barriers for yourself, create disciplines that structure you to be going in a positive route, going with good people, going with good energy, watching your language, knowing that devil or the death is in the power of the tongue, saying life and death. Like you gotta know the stuff that you speak about is coming in your life. Like that stuff is important to like set up for yourself so that you ain't gotta think about being positive, being joyful. You just are. Like you become that, really, right? You become that, and then things work out.
Having faith, believe me. Nate is the something gonna shake. He always said it, and it always happens. So have faith, man. Like I said, you can be thinking you're at the worst of times in your life. Have faith. As long as you wake up in the morning, it's a chance that hey, you can be that next millionaire.
Yeah.
You can hit the lottery. You can get something, like you said, you can hit something on TikTok. You can start that next business. So have faith. Have faith in you. Have faith in God. So.
And all those things take action. Because it ain't nothing gonna shake if you don't. Pause. I did not tell everybody to get the shaking, but
No,
I'm just saying, don't get the shaking. Not twerking. Don't get the twerking. Don't twerk.
But if you make it by shaking it, more power to you, baby.
Nah, real talk though. We ain't judging. We ain't here to judge.
We ain't judging nobody.
We only here to plug you in to the light. That's all we trying to do.
The light on top of the pole. But that's it.
Lipo.
Yeah,
lipo.
What were y'all thinking?
Anyway, it is. So, in conclusion, y'all got anything for the people?
Dang, I think I should have said the faith thing for my conclusion. Nah. Georgia's gonna beat Alabama in football on Monday.
Are you
what a bold prediction?
Georgia will beat Alabama on Monday.
Okay.
And Kerry, make this. You know how you cut stuff up when it happens. Cut
it up. I got you. I'm gonna cut it up. And when it don't happen, I'm gonna cut it up too.
I just want y'all to see the Texas hoodie as he says that. So his football choices may not be.
Georgia will beat Alabama on Monday. I'm saying this on Sunday. So that's what I will say.
Bro, we don't go against greatness, bro. We don't choose against greatness, bro. What are you doing?
Georgia will be because I heard him say what I make bad football. I heard that, Nate, so I had to tell you what I'm doing. But
Nate's speaking from principle though. Like, he knows that this not happening. That's not happening, bro.
I just know that it's not very often that I'm gonna go ahead and give us another shout out for a sponsorship right here. I'm looking at my bookie currently, mybookie.ag, if you need somewhere to place your bets online. And my bookie currently has Georgia as a 2.5 point favorite, 135 on the money line, negative 135. You don't very often catch points against Nick Saban.
Georgia,
I think that's foolish.
Will beat Alabama on tomorrow. I say on tomorrow. Tomorrow.
on tomorrow. Okay. On Monday. All right. We're gonna revisit that. We're gonna revisit that with Jarrell's shining light.
But I just wouldn't say that out loud. Because I said it in the SEC championship game, and I was very wrong. So
we'll see.
Shout out to Kirby Smart and them boys.
Yeah, Kirby Smart, them boys finna eat that L, bro. They finna eat that L. I think that Alabama should lose based on the things that I've been seeing this season. But I mean, I can't go against that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
They turned up after the loss to A&M, no.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. So you going Dogs.
Always Georgia Bulldogs.
As you.
Not my team. I'm alone.
Whoever plays the Cowboys in the first round. Whoever they get, go your team.
Well, Life Fan, we out of here, man. I think we've been just sipping too much of the special juice today. I don't know why we got that, but